A warm good morning to all the brilliant stars of Sri Gokulam Public School. Welcome to the English online class. So how are you, my little darlings? It's been raining little heavily since a few days. I believe that you are all enjoying the rain and staying safe at home. So let's quickly get into today's online class. What are we going to learn today? Today I am going to take a lesson from your textbook Moments. It's a very beautiful story that I am going to tell you today. So let's get started with today's class. The name of our lesson is The Happy Prince. What does this name suggest to you? Is it a story of a prince that is very happy and what he is facing in his life? Or is it about something else? Let's go through the lesson and find out. The Happy Prince is a story written by Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde is a revolutionary Irish writer known for his intelligence and humor in writing. Of course, most of the works of Oscar Wilde go straight into your heart because it connects with a lot of values and common things that we all experience in our life. The Happy Prince also deals with a similar kind of story. Before we get into the story, let us just go through the words of Mary Davis. Have a look. What does this quote suggest to you? Of course, it speaks about being human and considerate in your life. Maybe, as a common person, you and me may not be able to create some revolutionary acts around the world like Nelson Mandela or Mahatma Gandhi or Mother Teresa. But each one of us in our little world can do a lot of things. A kind word, a beautiful smile, a compassionate thought. It can create ripples across a person's life and change that person in ways that we never know. Happy Prince was also a similar kind of a person. Let's see how he had changed the world through his little acts of love. The statue of a prince stood on a high platform overlooking the city. This prince was called as a happy prince because throughout his life he has never known sorrow. And after his death, a huge statue of his was placed on a high platform and now it was looking over the city. And not only this, the statue of the prince was covered with layers of gold, and instead of the eyeballs there were two bright shining sapphire stones, and on the handle of the sword was a bright ruby stone. So it was a very precious and expensive statue that was placed on the platform. Now, one night a swallow, which is a tiny bird, was flying over the city. The writer tells that all the friends of the swallow had flown to Egypt 6 weeks ago, but since the bird wanted to explore the city more, it had stayed in the city and now it wanted to join the friends in Egypt. So he was planning to move to Egypt and he wanted to spend a night in the city and take shelter. As the tiny bird was looking for a place to rest, he saw the huge statue of the Happy Prince. So he thought that he would take rest on that statue. He he felt that this is a very good place to take rest because there is lot of fresh air. The bird came and sat in between the feet of the happy statue, and it was beginning to sleep. The bird was very happy to sleep over there because when it looked around, it saw that the prince was covered with gold. So the bird assumes that he is sleeping in a golden bedroom. Telling like that to him, he puts his head in between the wings and was about to go to sleep when suddenly a large drop of water fell on it. The bird was surprised as well as annoyed because it thought that such a huge statue cannot protect this tiny bird from the rain. So it looked up, and to its surprise, it found that there was no rain. In fact, the stars were shining and the sky was clear. It was not even cloudy. The bird again attempted to sleep. Another drop of water fell on it. Now the bird became very angry and he thought that he should move away from this place because it was getting soaked in water, and the bird decided that it would find a chimney place to take rest. Just as he was beginning to move away from the statue, he looked up and saw that the statue, that is the happy prince, was crying and tears were flowing from his sparkling eyes. The bird felt sorry for the happy prince and he said, or rather complained, that he is already filled with water because of the tears, and he wanted to know the reason why the happy prince was crying. So the happy prince narrates his story to the bird. He tells that once when he was alive, he was very happy, and in his palace he has never known any sorrow, and all his life he has lived very happily, and when he died, they placed him as a statue overlooking the city, and now in the city he can see all the pain and the ugliness. Ugliness here, it means the sorrow of the people, and now he cannot feel happy by seeing the misery of the people in his city, and so he is crying. The statue also tells that even though it is made up of lead, his heart is made up of lead. Lead means a metal. Okay, he says that even that metal heart is feeling pain, seeing the misery of the people, lack of food, hunger, money, homelessness, all these problems he is seeing, and now he is weeping by seeing the problems of his people. At this point, the bird is thinking that, oh my God, this happy prince, I thought he is completely made up of pure gold, but now we understand that only there is an outer covering of gold on him, and inside it is just pure metal. So anyway, he does not comment on this, and he asks the prince what he wants. The prince then continues his story. He tells that very far away in the city there is a house of a poor woman. The window of the house is open and she is sitting by the window near a table. She has got a very thin face and she has become very tired by working all night. She is a seamstress. Seamstress means a lady who is doing stitching work, okay, tailor. So she is a tailor, she is a seamstress, and she is working all night, and her hands have become very rough and hard by using the needle. But now this lady is working on a gown for the queen's maid. Maid means servant. So now this maid has to attend a function along with the queen, and so a special gown is made for the maid, and she has been working all night for doing embroidery work on that gown. At the same time, the woman is also very sad because her young boy, her son, is having fever, and that boy is crying out of hunger. He wants food to eat. He is asking his mother to give him oranges, but there is no oranges in the house to give the child. Only river water is there, and by drinking a lot of river water, the boy's stomach is aching and he is unable to sleep. So here the prince is requesting the swallow bird to do a favor for him by picking out the ruby from his sword. So he wants the bird to take out the ruby from his sword and give it to this lady, to that woman, for helping that boy. So he is requesting the bird to do it, and the bird tells that, see, young prince, I have to go to Egypt. My friends are waiting for me over there. So the prince is again requesting him to stay for one night with him and do this help for him. Now, seeing the pain of the happy prince, the bird agrees to it, even though he gives many excuses by telling that he wants to go to Egypt, he wants to meet his friends, he does not like boys, he has to help a boy, so he tells that I don't like boys. Many excuses he gives, but seeing that pain of the prince, he finally agrees and he says that I will do it, but next day morning he would leave for Egypt. Having agreed to this, the bird plucks out the ruby from the happy prince and it flies towards the lady's house. And when he reaches the house, he sees that the lady is sleeping. She is already very tired and now she is sleeping. But the young boy, because of his fever and the heat in his body, he is unable to sleep. So he is tossing in the bed. Tossing means he is moving about in the bed. He is unable to sleep. So what does the bird do? The bird feels pity for the young boy and he uses his wings to fan the boy, to give air to that boy. And once that cool air hits the boy feels much better and he is going to sleep now. The bird then keeps the ruby on the table and comes back near the boy and helps him to go into deep sleep by fanning the boy with his wings. From this we can understand that the bird has got a very kind heart and he is helping the boy to go to sleep. After this, the swallow came back to the prince and narrated to him what had happened. At the same time, the bird also tells that even though it has been a very cold night, the swallow feels very warm. So the happy prince tells the bird that it is because you have done a kind deed, you are feeling warm inside. And after such talks, the bird went to sleep. Next day morning, the bird woke up, he took a bath in the river and he planned to leave for Egypt that night. The morning hours he spent by seeing many monuments in the city, and at night he came to the happy prince to bid him farewell. Just as he was about to leave, the happy prince again makes another request to him. He tells him that far away in the city there is a young man sitting in a small dark room with papers all spread around him. This young man is a writer and he is writing a play. Play means a drama. The prince tells that the young man is writing a play and he has to give this play to the director for conducting the drama after writing the play. But this young man is feeling very cold. He says that the young man does not have money to buy logs of wood to place fire in the fireplace, and he is also feeling very hungry. He does not have money to buy food. So the man is unable to write. He is feeling very tired because he is cold and he is having hunger. So he wants the swallow. The happy prince wants the swallow to stay with him for one more night to help the young man. So here the swallow readily accepts and he tells that he feels good. The swallow had already felt good by helping the boy and the woman the previous night. So he tells, okay, what should I do? Should I pick out another ruby from your statue and give it to the young man? So the prince tells that I do not have any more rubies with me, but I have got 2 sapphire eyes and it is very costly. It has come to me from India. So I want you to pluck out one of my eyes and give it to the young man. Now here the bird is reluctant to do this. He tells that, no, my lord, I will not do it. You will become blind without your eyes. So I will not do it. But the happy prince commands him to do that, and the bird takes out one of the sapphires from his eyes and takes it to the young man. The young man was very tired and he was sleeping, and he did not hear the sound of the bird who had entered through the hole in the roof. The bird placed the sapphire on the table and he went away. When the man opened his eyes, he saw a sapphire on the table and he was very happy. He thought one of his admirers, a person who is a fan of him, his admirers had placed the sapphire on his table, and with that joy he is writing his play. Now he is able to place fire in the fireplace, buy food for him, and the young man is helped by the swallow and the happy prince. So my dear children, let me ask you, what was the little act of kindness that you did today? How did you bring a smile to someone? So if you have not started, this is the right time to start. Get up and fill someone's life with happiness, joy, and smiles. So with this, I am concluding today's class. Let's get to know more about the acts of love and kindness in our next class. Till we meet again, I hope you all study very well and be good children. Thank you and have a nice day.